Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So excited today because we're moving on to a different letter. And I wasn't for sure exactly what to start with this one because there's just so many, to be fair. I mean, there's not that many really. I would say other letters had more brands, but we're into the letter M nonetheless. And I thought, what better brand to start with? What iconic brand to start with than Mac? And I don't think it's all that iconic anymore. Just saying. I don't. I really don't. But let's get into what I'm wearing. So on my face, I am wearing the Hourglass Illusion Foundation, Hourglass Concealer. Of course, I'm using. No, I'm not using the Sigma. I'm using the Natasha Denona under eye corrector. I got it, I think, in two. Yeah, C2. Because I'm trying to compare it, and I think I really do like the Sigma the best, to be fair. So I have it on, and I have the Hourglass. I set with the Hourglass Vanish translucent powder. Um, the rest of the face, I use my Natasha Denona N6 powder. Yeah, I set the rest of the face with that. So then we get into the MAC. So I decided to pull my palette that I got at Christmas one year. There's nothing on it really. I can't read it. I think it says Pretty Things. Face Compact. Shiny. MAC Shiny Pretty Things Face Compact is what this says. And I'm wearing the highlighter, the blush, and the bronzer on my cheek today. I do think they go well together. Is this my favorite formula? No. But I do have, there's another MAC blush that I like better, but it's limited edition, and I don't see it right now. I thought it was right there, but anyway, I just decided to keep it with a palette because it's quick and easy. For the lip liner and lipstick, I'm wearing the MAC Whirl lipstick and lip liner. And then I topped it with some Lawless gloss just in the middle in Milkshake. Yep. So, that is what is on my face today. Yes, that's everything. The nails is OPI something. It was in my last video, so check it out. I think it's the Natasha video, actually. So, probably 2 videos ago. Anyway, the palette that I chose, here's the thing. MAC ain't got, they don't have what they used to have when it comes to eyeshadows. They have their singles, of course. But I really wasn't for sure, like, what palette to use because none of them are really available. And I have tons of this particular kind of palette. And I don't know why I do, but I do. And the palette I chose to go with does match what I'm wearing today. I will say that. And it does create a pretty look. And it kind of gives me the vibes of Xenon or the ColourPop Up in Smoke or anything like in that. Even like not Chucky. Well, maybe Chucky. No. More like Scream, I believe. But you know, that realm. And it's the MAC. You know how to do it. Now, I love personally, the name I love it. I love it. But, when I think of this, I don't think of this color story. Not this color story. Well, in a way, maybe. But to me, I'm thinking more along the lines of like, I need a nude palette, you know? Something like that. But this works. So it comes with a little thing, and it's got all the names on it. And the names sort of reference the palette, but this is what this palette looks like. You can't get it anymore. At least I don't see it. I have like 8 of these. Not this one, but 8 that are slim like this and that are made with the big circles, little circles, and medium-sized circles. I don't get the circles, but here we are. But they're interesting palettes. Do I think they were worth the price tag? For me, yeah, because I got them at a good price. I got them almost half off all of them. I got them at Ulta probably right before they discontinued them. That's why they were the way they were. But yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. The first shade we are going to go into is Big White Lie. I'm going to try to keep that paper there so that we know. I can tell you the color. Now, I do not know if any of these are like single shadows that you can purchase or if it's just like in the palette basically. But this is Big White Lie. Yeah, this one here is Big White Lie. We're going to start with that one. I mean, I think the eyeshadows themselves are fine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's just so much out there anymore that, like, MAC just ain't it. Like they used to be, I don't feel like. And I could be wrong. Maybe a lot of people still use their shadows. I don't know. I know for me, I haven't bought a MAC shadow. I don't own any single shadows by MAC. Zero. Now, I own palettes, but not single shadows. That's number one. Number two, I haven't bought a MAC product probably 3 years, 4 years. Well, we're already in 2024. Maybe longer than that. I'm going to say for 4 years easily. I haven't purchased a MAC product. So that's crazy in itself. And like when I first started getting back into makeup, that's all like I heard of MAC, right? That's what you heard of. Everybody's iconic thing is they started with MAC. And I didn't. But, you know, I was late to the game. Way late to the game, mind you. Do I enjoy their shadows? Yes. Do I find them easy to work with? Yes. Are they pigmented? Yes. Is my brushes doing a lot of the work? Yes. We're going to go into Helen Heels. That's true too. I like this color. It's like a purpley vampy color. I do like this color. And I think this color really does make the palette, to be fair. But yeah, I don't, like I said, MAC was big in the makeup sphere, obviously. They were one of the brands, you know, first, from my understanding. But now looking at the history, like listening to the history of makeup and stuff, were they? Because it sounds like Viseart's been around for a long time. So I'm sort of like, are we not, you know, is that just the first brand people are like consumers could get? Because it seems like Viseart has been around for a long time. And I love Viseart shadows. Like, I don't think enough people talk about Viseart, to be fair. They're not, they're made to be, you know, subtle but impactful. You know what I mean? Viseart is. And their formula is just easy to use. It's beginner friendly to advanced. Like, it's a beautiful formula. Like with everything, there's hit and misses, but I feel like if you picked a palette, you couldn't go wrong, to be fair. Okay, I ran that same purpley shade on the lower lash line. We'll go back to it though, I'm sure. All right, now we're going to go into the shade Game Player, which is this blacky gray color, slate type of color. It does build up to it's what it looks like black if you build it up, but it blends out nicely too. Man, I remember back in the day, black would just scare me. It really would. It still does to a certain extent, depending on the brand. Like, I won't touch it, but it's just makeup. If you mess up, yeah, it's going to be hard to fix a black, obviously, because it's so dark. But at the end of the day, you're going to wash your face, you know? So does it really matter? No, not really. But I will say that it's easy to work with, thank goodness. But again, I am using my refer brushes, so that does a lot of the work for me, to be fair. It's a pretty color, though. It is a pretty black. But my favorite is still that purple out of this palette. Like, it's just gorgeous, this purple. I kind of wish I would have just built it up for the inner corner, to be fair. I didn't do that, but I wish I kind of did, to be fair. But here we are. But the black look it goes better with this look, so I get, you know, I get why I did what I did. Let me wipe off this brush because I don't know what side I did what with. And I don't want to mess up. Alright. So we're going to take the 21 and we're going to go into the shade Tattletale, which is this shade right here. And I really thought there'd be more pigment behind it, like a base to it, but there's not a base really to it. It's very see-through, but it is still a gorgeous color. I mean, look at that color. You know what? I should have used I didn't even use my MAC paint pot today. I used the Sigma Ignite to prime my eyes. That was a missed opportunity. Anywho, get back to picking up this Tattletale shade. But you can see that the base to this is clear, but man, the silver, that is gorgeous. I mean, if I had something underneath, you could make it even like a scattered effect. It's a gorgeous color. You see where I'm saying now that it kind of reminds me of Natasha's palette, the Xenon, in a way. I mean, minus the purple. But for me, I like this palette because it has the purple shade in it. Gosh, that's pretty. Alright. Now we're going to go into Sly Girl, which is this shade here. I kind of wish I don't know the rhyme or reason between these, like why they're bigger and smaller, because to me that is a highlighter, but maybe you're supposed to use it on your face too. I don't know. But what I will say is that I kind of wish they would have put the darker shades in the smaller and then the lighter shades in the bigger, because I feel like you use less of the lighter shades, where like this shade here, I want that bigger because I want that shade. It's just beautiful. And I feel like it won't take long for that shade to be used up. If I was to use this palette, you know, a lot. I don't. So for me, it's fine. But I'm just saying, in theory, if somebody else had it. And, you know, maybe you have some of these. I mean, there was tons of them. Tons of them. I think one of my favorites was the Pretty Princess. Again, the names get me. I'm not going to deny that. Okay. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Now we're going to go into that highlighter shade. Love This Bee. This one right here. And give me just a second. Okay. And we're going to put that on the inner corner. You could use that as a highlighter, though, I'm sure. I used the Tarte Fake Awake white liner for the waterline. So, do you all still have do you have MAC products, eyeshadows, singles and stuff? Or do you still purchase them even? Like, I'm just curious. Like, I always wonder about this stuff. Like, am I missing something? Because I never hear anybody talk about it, really. And don't get me wrong, I know Mac's got good stuff. I mean, they've been around forever, obviously. And if anything, like the lip liners, I probably have a ton of those. Oh, and the mascara. We'll get to that. Um, but yeah, like, so I guess I have purchased MAC because I did purchase the mascara. I forgot about that. But as far as eyeshadows, is what I was referring to. Oh, and I did just get the what is that? Studio something. Hold on here. Let me put that there. What is that? Studio Fix foundation. Studio Fix Fluid, yeah, broad spectrum foundation. So I did just get that, but I got that at Marshalls, or was it TJ Maxx? Marshalls. So I don't really count that. Yeah, I guess that is it. It says eyeshadow highlighter powder. So I guess that each one does have an highlighter powder in it. I don't understand it, but here we are. I don't think I need to understand it. It's MAC. They're going to sell no matter what, right? Okay, so for mascara for the top lashes. Oh, no, we're not going to do mascara yet. I have the line. What am I doing? I'm jumping all over the place, you all. All right. I need to line. I'm going to use the Open, please, Game Player shade, that black shade. And I am going to line my top lash line and bottom lash line. And that's where I knew that this black gets as black as in this pan when I lined my lashes. So that's how I knew you could build it if you wanted to. I would never build a black to this pigment level because I wouldn't even know where to start with that one. And that's with any black. I would look like I just had mascara, for days is what it would turn out looking like. It would be awful. I'm well aware. I do think this look would look even better with falsies. But we're not doing that either because I don't know how to do that. It's a skill I don't possess. And to be fair, it's a skill that I probably will never possess. Just so you know. But I won't give up. I'll keep trying. You never know. One day, I might get there. Lining the lower lash line now. Right up on those lashes. I love this for this. I mean, it just gets right up in there. It does all the work for you. You just need to stamp it on in and then just do little baby movements to sort of blend it in. But this does it all for you, for real. We're going to go back into Helen Heels, that purple shade, and run it under the lower lash line. Because I really wanted that purple shade to stand out no matter, like, not the black. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like that purple is saying everything in a way. Alright. Now, mascara. I'm using the MAC Extended Play Perm Me Up Lash. And it almost looks like the Extended Play Giga Black Lash. But the wand is different. It's more curved. And I will say it does push my lashes up. I'll give it that. I like it. It's not bad. Is it my favorite? Obviously not. But I think my lashes look really good. I don't know. I don't I I'm curious on MAC as a brand because like I wouldn't want to see it go under by no means. And I don't think it would, to be fair. I don't. But I can't imagine that it gets all of, like the attention it used to due to the fact that there's so many other brands now. That are quite frankly better as far as like eyeshadow formulas. Now they do have, like I said, they do have a good lip liner formula. They do have a good lipstick formula. Even their lip glosses are nice. Their blushes are not really good. The Play and Glow, I'm pretty sure it's called Play and Glow, are good. I don't know. Maybe I need to look into the brand. More relevant stuff they have, you know? And I say that as if I need to do that. You know what I mean? I have so many brands. To be fair, I probably should concentrate on the brands that I do like, you know? But then I'm like, well, what if they change it and I like it more, you know? I don't want to miss out. But then, I don't know. I'm like, girl, you're wasting money. Quit it. And to be fair, at the end of the day, it's about color story on the hand. Yeah, formula has to be good, but if a color story is not your color story, you're not going to wear it. And that's just the truth. And then you're going to have certain brands you're, dedicated to. For me, obviously, Natasha Denona, Pat McGrath, I'm dedicated to those brands. ColourPop even. But Glamlight, like, there's a ton of them. But at the end of the day, Glamlight's a good example. Like, I love them. I love their theming. I love their packaging. I love their formula. But I do not use half the stuff I purchase from them because it's colorful. And I have to be in that mood. You know what I mean? My mood is usually just a neutral look. Something nice, something sparkly, something boom, something like that. Not necessarily color. Especially nowadays, I've noticed that I really, really love cool tone colors. Like, love them. So I'm not really there. Now, there's days where I'm like, bring me color. Especially after, I would say probably after a week of using neutrals, I'm ready for color. And then after using color for like maybe 2 days, I'm ready to go back to my neutrals. It's almost like through the week, neutral, weekends, give me all the color in the world, And I know that other people could be the opposite, or some people may only wear color. Some people may only wear neutral, I get it. We're all different. But I've learned that I've got to be realistic because I don't want things to go to waste. And eyeshadow is one of those things that, I'm not going to go through. Let's be real. Blushes, bronzers, those bronzers for sure I go through. Blushes, I go through. Highlighter, not really. Lipsticks, I go through. Lip liners, mascara. These are things I go through because I use them I have a lot of them, but I use them up. If you get my point, you use them more often, I guess, than eyeshadow. Eyeshadow, once you put it on your eyes, you're not going back and retouching it. I will go back and retouch my lipsticks and lip liners. I may even go, tap on some blush again if it fades through the day. Um, but most of the time, I don't even do that. Let's be honest. In theory, I'd like to believe I do this, okay? Do I? No. But again, in theory, yes. But I don't know. I'm personally coming into the game late. I just don't see what all the hype to MAC is, to be fair. But I wasn't around in the beginning when there was, bad shadows and stuff. I came in at the tail end of all this, and now it's hard to find something like that's bad. You might find stuff you don't like, or that may be more difficult to work with, or more finicky, or more you need synthetic brushes, you need natural hair brushes to work with. But as far as like bad, you don't see that very rarely, But overall, like, I can't deny this is a pretty look. I mean, it's a pretty look. And I'm feeling myself right now. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a basic B. But at the same time, I know I'm not, so here's to pretending for the day. But yeah, let me know if you purchased any of these. Like I said, there's quite a few of these that are like this. I have some of their 12 pan or 9 pan, one of the two. And then I have a Christmas thing that I purchased one year. But the shadows are nice, but they're just nothing. They're just nice. They're not bad. They're not excellent either. Although that silver shade's getting me big time. I might have to go through Makeup Geek now. Oh, that's an M. I can do Makeup Geek tomorrow. Wonder if they got a shade like that. I might have to check out it. Ooh, I get to pull out my Makeup Geek again. Yay. I'm excited now. All right. Well, let me know your thoughts on MAC. Where do you think they stand in the realm of beauty now? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that we're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday. Yeah. Unless there's a new launch or I just feel like filming. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm curious. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.